Hello everyone, I am welcoming all of you in my today's first online class on lecture number 9, and today our topic is pointer in C programming. So pointer is a very important topic in programming C, so all of us should have very good idea about this programming. So in this class I am going to discuss about the basic concept of this pointer in C programming language. So let's start our today's discussion. At first, I would like to tell you uh, about pointer. Okay, what is pointer? Okay, what are the advantages it will give us? Okay, so this type of thing I will discuss here. So consider first of all, I would like to give an example. Okay, so example always clarify the doubts. So at first consider a variable integer, suppose x. Okay, and initially the value of x is suppose 5. Okay, so here x is a variable and we are assigning a value inside this variable. So here we can say that this x is basically what we can say, this x is variable. Okay, and this 5 is, okay, value, isn't it? Okay, so what happened when we declare a variable like x? Our compiler will reserve some memory space for this variable x. What it will do, it will assign a memory address for this variable x. Suppose for an example, in 1001 is the memory address, okay, where we are storing, okay, where we are basically allocating this variable x. Okay, that is the thing. So now if I write down a statement like this, like printf. Okay, so %d, okay, comma, ampersand x, close the bracket, then semicolon. If I write down this statement printf %d, okay, comma, ampersand x, so what it will print? It will print the address of this x. So if the address is 1001, it will print simply 1001. Okay, or on the other hand, if we write down the same statement printf, but here I am just printing the value x, what it will do? Simply it will print the value which we are assigning to this x. It will print 5. For the first case, it will print the memory address. As we are using ampersand, so you have to understand one point. By using this ampersand, what we can do, we can print the memory address of this x. If the memory address is 1001 for this x, then it will print 1001 as the memory address of x. But in the second statement, what we are doing, we are printing the value of x. The value of x is given here 5, right? Okay, so here we have to understand what is the difference in between this normal variable and pointer. Okay, this normal variable and pointer, we can say that this C pointer is a variable that stores or points the address of another variable. Okay, so here the main point is this address of another variable. Pointer is a variable that store, it will not directly store any value. What it will going to store? It will store the address or the memory location of another variable. Okay. So for an example, if I declare a pointer like uh, integer, for pointer we have to use this asterisk sign. Okay, right. So in this way we can declare a pointer. Okay, asterisk sign, then the variable name, data type asterisk sign, then pointer, then the variable name, then the semicolon. So this is a pointer. When you give statistic sign with a normal variable, that is called pointer. Okay, and this pointer, what it will do, it will store the address of another variable. Suppose if I like write down like this, p pointer equals to, then if I write down ampersand x, so what it will do, it will store the memory address of this x variable inside this pointer, isn't it? Okay, that means I'm making a link in between this p pointer and this x variable. Okay, from the name we can easily understand the concept. Pointer means it will point out something. Okay, point towards something. So this p pointing the value of x. Okay, so in this case, if I write down the statement like that, printf %d comma, if I simply just give here uh, x, okay, what it will do, it will print the value of x. Simply, what is the value of x? The value of x given here, suppose 5, it will print 5 here. Suppose if I type printf %d comma ampersand x, you already know what it is going to print. It will print basically what? It will print the memory address of x. Again, I am printing another statement. Okay, now tell me what it will print. Okay, pointer p. Okay, what it will print? It also print the value of x. What is the value of x? The value of x is 5. Okay, so by using this star symbol, we can print the value of the variable, which variable this pointer is pointing. But if I write down the statement like that, printf %d comma simply p, then again tell me what it will print. It will print simply the memory address of x. So this statement and this statement, they are going to print the same value. Okay, as because we are storing, we should not give here basically pointer. Simply we can write down p. Okay, this p is holding the memory address of variable x. So it will print in the fourth statement, it will print the memory address of x. Okay, so this is the main difference in between this ampersand symbol and statistic symbol. Ampersand symbol always print the address, and statistic symbol, it will print the value of the variable, which variable that pointer is pointing. So that's why they are telling basically C pointer is also allocated memory dynamically at runtime. The pointer variable might be belong to any of the data types such as int, float, character, double, short. And here they are basically mentioning one point. Like when we declare a normal variable, we use integer data type, float, character, double, or short, isn't it? So same way for pointer, we have to use integer, float, character, double, short. But one point you have to understand, that is, if the variable is integer type and you'd like to use a pointer, which pointer will indicate this variable, you have to use integer type pointer. Okay, if you want to point this variable, but if you declare this pointer is float type, then it will not work, it will create problem. Okay, so keep this point in your mind. Then we are giving here the syntax of the pointer, how we can declare the pointer. They are mentioning the syntax here: data type, that means this integer, then you have to keep statistic symbol, here is the star or statistic symbol, then the variable name, then semicolon. So in this way we can declare variable pointer. Okay, so the declaration is very, similar to our normal variable declaration, but here one point you have to keep in your mind, that is this star symbol. With star, the variable is pointer; without star, that is normal variable. And normal variable store value, and pointer variable store memory address of another variable. Example given here: integer star p, character star p. Okay, these are the example of this pointer declaration, where star or statistic is used to denote that p is pointer variable, not a normal variable. I think now you have very clear idea about this pointer, how we can declare a pointer, what is pointer, what is the difference in between normal variable and pointer. Okay, and what is the main difference in between this ampersand symbol, try to understand, this is the ampersand symbol. Okay, this one, and what is star symbol. Okay, ampersand symbol we use to show the address, memory location, and this pointer symbol we use to show the value of a specific variable, which variable pointing by the pointer, right? Now next point I would like to discuss, that is some important key points you should keep in your mind before using pointer in C programming. So let's see what are the points we have here. Normal variable stores the value. Normal variable stores the value, whereas pointer variable stored the address of the variable. In the previous example I already mentioned, normal variable, think about the x can store only the value like 5, but this pointer can store the address of a variable. Okay, in previous example we saw that our pointer storing the memory address of x variable, right? The content of C pointer always be whole number. Okay, because memory address cannot be fractional, it will be whole number. Okay, right, memory address always whole number. Okay, not fractional number. That's what they're telling. Memory address should be, or the content of the pointer should be whole number. You cannot say that x is located in 1.1 memory location. You cannot say that. You have to say that in one location or two location, it should be the whole number. Memory address you have to give always whole number. Then ampersand symbol is used to get address of the variable, as I already mentioned. Okay, ampersand symbol is used to get the address of the variable. On the other hand, this pointer symbol or star symbol is used to get the value of the variable that the pointer is pointing to, right? Suppose think about a pointer p and the pointer is pointing x variable, then star p, if I print statistic p, it will print the value of x variable. If the value of the x variable is 5, it will print 5. Okay, Then the size of any pointer is 2 byte. So when you declare a pointer, it will occupy 2 byte memory space, okay, in the hard disk or in the memory space, right? Now I would like to give you some example which basically clarify your concept more clear about pointer in C programming. So let's start. The first example I would like to show you, this is a very simple example. Here what we are doing, here we are declaring one pointer variable and one normal variable, okay, as we have star. So ptr, okay, this is the pointer variable and q is a normal variable. We are assigning one value inside the variable, that is 50. Then what we are doing, we are linking in between this pointer and this q variable. How? We are writing ptr equals to ampersand q. That means now this pointer, okay, is holding the memory address of q. When I am printing uh, statistic ptr, what it will print? It will print the value of q. Okay, what is the value of q? 50. The output is 50. Okay, let me run this code in the compiler. So now if I, let me type it first. Okay, so this is my code. Okay, now if I run the code, it will give me output as 50. You see, it is giving output as 50. Okay, let me show you another statement here. Printf, then %t, comma, if I simply write here ptr. Now can you please tell me what value I am going to get from this code? I will get the, in this statement I am going to get the value of q as ptr pointing this q variable. But in this in this second statement, second printf statement, what I am going to get? Let's see. If I run the code, okay, so it should better if I give here one backslash n, backslash n. If I run the code, it will show the value in the immediate next line. Oh, not here, I have to use backslash n here, right? Okay, now you can see here it is giving a big number, okay, big integer number it is giving me, and this is the memory location of this q variable. As I am storing memory address of q inside ptr, that's why it is showing what? It is showing the memory address here, okay, right? So remember this memory address, it always should be a positive number, it never be a negative number, okay. And here I am showing this one in, this one is in you can say decimal format, okay. So you can use here u means unsigned, okay, unsigned format is specifier. So if I run the code, okay, as it is a random memory location, that's why the memory space is changing, okay. In the runtime it will assign the memory address of this q, that's why automatically it became changed, okay. Or I can use here x. If I use format specifier x, then it will show me this value in hexadecimal format, not in the decimal format, okay, like that, okay. Some value, then c4, okay, right, hexadecimal format, okay. These are the things, these normal things you can keep in your mind, okay. But if you use %d, it is also all right, no problem, okay, right. So So sometimes you get here negative value. That's why it's better to use here u when you show the address, memory address. Okay. If I run the code, then it will give me a positive value because a memory address cannot be a negative value. Okay, right. Now I would like to show you another example. Let's see what we have in the next example. Next example is add two numbers. Okay, but I know you have already have very good idea about this process, how we can add two numbers, but in this point, at this point we have to use pointer. Okay, by using pointer we have to add two numbers. Okay, so let's see the code first. So here directly let's go to the compiler. Okay, let me write down the code first. Okay, right. So here what we are doing, we are declaring two variable. One is first and second, two numbers I would like to take. This one will take the first number, this one will take the second number. Then I am using two pointer p and q. Okay, this p pointer will point first and this q pointer will point second, and then sum. Okay, sum will store the summation value. Then printf enter two integer to add. Okay, I'm showing a message to my user. Then I'm scanning two value. One is ampersand first, ampersand second. Okay, I'm taking this two value from the user. Okay, by using keyboard, and then I am storing the memory address of first inside the q. Okay, oh, sorry, p pointer. In this way I'm making a link. Okay, when I'm writing this line, what I'm doing, I'm basically making a link in between p pointer and the first variable. Okay, that means now p pointer is pointing the first variable. In the same way, this q, okay, I'm assigning the memory address of q inside the memory address of second variable inside the q. At last what I am doing, I am adding pointer p plus pointer q. Definitely you have to give a start symbol. Without a start symbol, if you give, then it will try to add to memory address, so it is not possible. So we have to give a this pointer symbol p plus pointer symbol q, star p or plus star q. It will add the two values, okay, which will be given by the user from the keyboard. It will store the value inside the sum, and at last it will print the value of sum. Okay, right. So let me run the code. Okay, so it is waiting for the value. I'm giving to number 1 and 2. If I give enter, now it will give me the addition value. Sum of entered number is 3. Okay, right. So in this way we can add two numbers by using pointer. Right. Now you might ask me one question: what is the advantage of pointer? Okay, so I'd like to mention the basic advantage of pointer. So using pointer can make your software more efficient because it works with the memory management. Okay, so it will make your program more faster, right? But as we know that there is no unmixed placing in the world. Okay, there are some disadvantages of a pointer, like if you use, number of pointer, excessive use is very bad. Okay, excessive use of pointer is bad because if you use this pointer too much, then another programmer will not be able to understand your program. It will be very tough to understand your program. Okay, it will decrease the program readability. So now next example I would like to show you, that is, okay, so in this example I am adding two numbers again, but they are telling that what, call by reference. Call by reference means simply I am using two concepts here. One is pointer, another one is function. One is pointer, another one is user defined function. In our previous lecture we already discussed about the user defined function. So here I am using pointer with user defined function. When I would like to pass the value, pass the argument or pass the reference on that time, I am not going to use a normal variable. I will use pointer. I would like to pass this pointer value. Okay, so that is called basically call by reference. Let's see how we can do that. So first of all, here we have our header file. Then what is this? If you remember, this is called variable declaration. In our previous class, we already learned variable declaration. So variable type integer, that means it is return type. Then add is the function name. It is not variable declaration, it is called function declaration. My mistake, function declaration. So integer is the function type, that means this one is return type. Then what is the function name? Add. Then inside the first bracket I am passing two value. I am trying to pass two values, two parameters I have. One is integer pointer, another one is integer pointer. That means I would like to pass two pointers. Okay, that is the thing. Here I am not mentioning the variable name, I am just mentioning integer, the pointer symbol. Again, integer pointer symbol, it indicates that I am going to pass two pointer value. Then semicolon, this is the function declaration done. Then inside the main function I have to call the function. Before calling the function, what I am doing, I am declaring variable first, second, then pointer x, pointer y, and sum, like your previous program. Then I am giving one message here, input to integer to add. Okay, I am scanning the value from the user, and ampersand first, ampersand second. I am taking two value from the user from the keyboard. Then in this line, what I am doing, I am calling the add function. Okay, add. Then here I am giving two memory addresses. Okay, one is ampersand first, another one is ampersand second. I am not sending or passing any value, directly any value. What I am doing, I am passing memory address. Okay, memory address of first, memory address of second. Okay, then we have print statement. Then here we have our, okay, this portion is basically what? This portion is our function definition. Here this is the head part of this function definition. Integer add, then int pointer x, pointer y. Then inside the body I am declaring a local variable sum, and what I am doing, I am adding these two pointer x, pointer y. That means I am adding two values here, the value of first, okay, and the value of second. Okay, and then it will return the value of sum. You already know how function basically work. When I am calling these two value, then what it will do, it will send a memory address, okay, here, and it will send second memory address here. Okay, right. Then it will hold the memory address. Okay, then from here what I am doing, I am basically holding the value. I am passing the value. Okay, this x will contain, pointer x will contain the value whatever we have inside the first variable, and this y will contain the value of second variable. Then it will add the value, and it will store the value inside sum. Then after adding the value, okay, it will return the value sum to the main function here again. Okay, then it will store the returning value inside this sum variable, and it will print the value by using this print statement. Okay, right. So now let me run the code. Okay, okay, so this is my code. Now if I run the code, what it will do, at first it is waiting for two input. I am giving 10 enter 20. If I give enter, now it will give me the output 10 plus 20 equals to 30. Okay, as I am printing percent %d plus percent %d equal to percent %d, first value is 10, second value is 20, and the summation value is 30. here basically we are adding two values, 10 plus 20. We are storing the summation value 30 inside this sum. It is returning the value 30 here. I am storing 30 inside this sum, and at last I am printing the value here. Okay, so in this way we can work with this pointer, call by reference. This is called, the process called call by reference method. Okay, now the next example I would like to show you, that is how we can use pointer with array. Okay, this will be our last example. Okay, how we can uh, use function with use pointer with array. So let's try to understand the code. Okay, here what I am doing, I am as a user I am taking some value from the user. The array element I'm taking 5 elements from the user suppose giving 1 2 3 4 5, and then this program will add the array elements and it will show me the output. So if I add 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, it will give me the output 15. Okay, this is the program. So let's see the code. So here I am declaring integer type array. Okay, our array name is array and the array size is 5. That means it can store 5 integer type value. Then I am declaring to normal variable I and the sum, and initial value of sum is 0. Now I am declaring integer type pointer, because this pointer will indicate this integer type array. That's why this pointer type should be integer. Now I am scanning this part. Okay, let me mark it down. This part, what it will do, it will scan one-dimensional array. We already know how to scan one-dimensional array. That's why I'm not discussing. If you have any problem, you can go to my array, one-dimensional array print and scanning part, and you can see that video, right? So now after that, what we are doing, after scanning the values 1 2 3 4 5, what we are doing, we are making link in between pointer and array. So I'm writing here pointer equals to array. Okay, ptr, this pointer equals to array. That means I am storing the first address, the first memory location of this array inside this pointer. Okay, right. So we can write it down in this way as well. Let me write it down. We can write it down like that. Okay, array, then the first index number is 0. Okay, pointer we can write down like that, ptr equals to, like that. We can write it down like this as well, no problem. Okay, or without this value, automatically it will indicate that first location I am storing inside the ptr. Okay, suppose what happened here, let me draw the blocks. Okay, suppose here we have block number 0 1 2 3, 0 1 2 3. This is 0 number block, write it down. The index number 1, this is 2, this is suppose 3, this is suppose 2, this is suppose 3, and this is 4, and we need another one, suppose this is 5. Okay, but as we have array size is 5, what it will do, it will able to store only 5 values. Okay, 0 to 4. So I am not able to using this point. Okay, right, keep it in your mind, not 5. Okay, it will be 0 to 4, right? So now we know array basically what, consecutive memory location, one after another. So 0 1 2 3 4, this is the index number, but suppose this one is 0 0 0. Okay, the memory address of this, okay, position is 0 0 0. Now tell me what should be the memory address of this position. Okay, 0 0 1, as their consecutive memory location. Now what should be the memory location of this 0 1 0 2, isn't it? In this way it will go. Okay, 1 0, then this is 3. Okay, this one should be 1 0 4. This is the consecutive memory allocation. Okay, when I am declaring array size is 5, then automatically it will take this memory location one after another. Okay, so initially when I am linking in between pointer and array, it will hold the first value, first memory address of this array. What is the first memory address? For an example, 100. So the pointer value will be 100, the first index address of this array. Right, now I am basically running a loop I equals to 0. Okay, I have to start from this point, I equals to 0. I should be less than 5, definitely. The last boundary is 4, so less than 5, and every time I have to increase 0 1 2 3 4. Right, okay, right. And inside this loop body, what I am doing, I am writing sum equals to sum plus pointer. Okay, so what is the initial value of sum? 0. Okay, and what is the statistic pointer? Okay, it will take the value of this space. Okay, 1, suppose I am from the keyboard I am giving 1 2 3 4, okay, and 5. Okay, right, right. So now what it will do, it will take this 1. Okay, 0 plus 1, how much? 1, and it will store 1 here. Then in the immediate next line, it will increase the value of pointer. Previously the pointer value was 100 here, now it will be 101. Okay, now what it will do, 101 means it will take the value of this position. Now it will make it 2. Okay, the previous value of sum is here 1, I am overwriting it, try to understand it. Now this is 1, no more 0. 1 plus 2, it will be now 3. Okay, in this way it will add all the values. Okay, when this condition will be false, it will go out from the loop. When it is false, it will go out from the loop and it will print the value. Okay, right, when the condition will be false, it will go out from the loop and it will print the value. And here the value is basically what I am printing, printf, the sum is %d, the value of sum. So in this way it will work. Let me run the code. Okay, so this is our code. If I run the code, okay, at first I have to give the value, suppose 1 2 3 4 and 5. These 5 values I am inserting one by one, and if I give enter, it will give me the summation value as 50. So in this way this program will work. Okay, so these are the very basic concept regarding C pointer. I already show you some example like how to use pointer with array, how to use pointer with user defined function, that is called call by reference. Okay, how we can use a pointer to add in normal problem, like how to add two numbers. Okay, these are the things we can use. Okay, in pointer. Okay, so this is the very fundamental concept regarding pointer. Okay, so that's all about today's class. Thank you everyone.